Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. So there's a really cool event coming up I wanted to share with you guys. If you're going to be in New York City or have a way to get there on February 16th and 17th, there's going to be a really cool event. It's called Fanfaire NYC. I wish I could go. So what the deal is there's going to be all kinds of special guests. We're going to be focusing on them here in a moment, but there's also going to be all kinds of comic book stuff, cosplay, anime, Dungeons and Dragons, and movie screenings. So what's kind of crazy about this too is it's only $5 if you're a student. I imagine if you go to the school there, or $15 for the rest of us, which to me that's a really good deal, especially since it's taking place right in New York City. So it's going to be at the Art and Design High School at 245 East 56th Street in New York City. I wish I had been able to give you guys more of a heads up, but I just saw this information today. So it's going to be the 16th and 17th of this month, which isn't too far away. That's about 10 days, 9 or 10 days from now. So if you go there, you will have the opportunity to meet Neal Adams, who is, of course, a very acclaimed comic book artist who's been working since the Silver Age. He's really renowned for his work on Batman, but I think what people most remember him for is his art on Green Lantern, Green Arrow. This was a very prominent series in the 1970s, and it touched upon a lot of topics that were really controversial for the time and kind of broke the mold in a lot of ways for what comic books could talk about and what was allowed. So he really was influential in that way, and he's done a lot since then. He still works on comics to this day. He was also inducted into the Will Eisner Comic Book Hall of Fame and the Harvey Awards Jack Kirby Hall of Fame. So Neal Adams is definitely an all-star. He'll be headlining this event. Everyone that's involved is actually an alumnus of the school. They went to school there. So there's a lot of really famous people who went to school there, including people like Larry Hama. So I'm sure you know about him. He did all sorts of things, but he's primarily known for his work on G.I. Joe. I think G.I. Joe and Larry Hama, his name and G.I. Joe just go hand in hand. There's no separating the two. So he went to school there. I don't believe he'll actually be at the event though, but he could be. You never know. Essentially, the alumni are always welcome. Another person who went to school there and is sadly passed away in 2013 was Carmine Infante. So he was a really prominent artist for DC Comics, especially during the 1950s and 1960s, and worked on a lot of Silver Age books. So you might know his work on The Flash and many other things. He even did some work for Marvel, and you see that in his later career where he did work on Spider-Woman and Star Wars. So he went to school there too. And finally, another person you can meet there is going to be Art Spiegelman. So he did the book Mouse, which you may have heard about. It's definitely a more political book, but it won a lot of awards when it came out, and he's a very influential person. So I think he would be an interesting person to talk to. He's also going to be having a panel which is titled Art Spiegelman, Mural of Life, and it's going to be presented by him, and it looks like he'll be talking about Mouse as well as other things. So I kind of find historical-based books interesting. I actually haven't read his book yet, but I really ought to. This reminded me about it. So let me know down in the comments what you think of these different creators and their work. It looks like a really cool event, especially for only $15. The festival will also be hosting several portfolio review sessions, and its reviewers are Neal Adams, Phil Jiménez, hey, he's a great artist, the Kubert School, Tristen Elwell, CBC Editor, and others. So it's going to be a lot of really amazing panels, and there's going to be a lot to see and do there. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Let me know, later if you see this video and you've went to it. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. Was it as awesome as I think it will be? All right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. And as always, thank you for watching and being a part of DC Fans United.
End of line.